I think so. Obviously, there was a sense of urgency there, down 2-1 and giving away 2 games that we should have won. So we had that sense of urgency, from the jump, and now we have to be ready to have that sense of urgency from the jump in Game 5.
Josh, you just talk about the bench and the way they contributed to today.
100%. They gave us, obviously, good points and all that, but they gave us great energy. They gave us great activity, offensively, defensively, digging in and taking the challenge. So they were huge for us today. And like I said, we got to not be satisfied with this, but continue to build off of it.
What does it mean mentally when Cat comes out and plays the way he did tonight?
Yeah, he's one of those guys that can take over a game. And we have to make sure that we do a great job of finding him when he's open. He's a hub. He's a guy that can score the ball but also pass the ball and find guys when they're open. So we have to continue to do that.
You look like early on you guys just went to the paint. You guys decided to go inside.
Man, we played the game how the game showed us to be played.
Josh, how encouraging is it for this to be the response to adversity for you guys?
I don't think anything encouraging about it. I think it was just reinforced the kind of guys that we have, in this locker room. We've put ourselves in this position, and I know, the character that we have, we were ready to answer back today, and like I said, be ready to build off of it for Game 5.
Is this what it might look like when Cat's passes are finding their target?
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, he's a hub. He can obviously score the ball at a high level. He can find guys when they're open, and that's something that we want to continue to use it for.
In that first half, did you feel like that was some of the fastest / quickest decision making you guys had had in a little bit?
I think so. I felt like we, in the last couple of games, even a little bit of Game 1, we kind of played a little slower, and that's something that when you're playing with, you're playing slower, now you have to deal with, a set defense, physicality, and all those kind of things. So we wanted to try to play a little bit faster and make quicker decisions.
The fans started to get a little rowdy once you guys created a little bit of separation there. Were you aware of how the Knicks fans were kind of dominating things in that crowd?
That's our fans. They travel probably best out of any organization, there is in the league. So our fans come out and they show love, home or away, and especially on the East Coast, whenever we're not at MSG, they make us feel right at home.
Can you see like this time a game like this?
You gotta see.
You've been in a lot of series before. You can probably see it go in both directions. A game, a moment can tilt something.
Yeah, potentially. You never know. What that could be. But like I said, you can't be satisfied with the performance. You can't go into Game 5 thinking, okay, we had a great game. They're going to lay down, because they're not. They're going to come out with a sense of urgency, a sense of physicality that they probably haven't showed yet. And we got to be ready to, weather that storm and have our own physicality.
Josh, tonight, Coach Snyder took his hat to your defense. He said you were the guy that kind of made an impact in guarding every position on the floor. Did you take it personal in this game to make sure that you got out there, guarding CJ with aggression? We saw you guarding Jalen Brunson as well. Was it more of a personal assignment this game?
No, I've been trying to do that, every game this series. I've been trying to be physical with those guys and, take that challenge upon myself. So there was anything different, today. I was just trying to, do what I've been doing. I haven't been making shots, so I got to make sure I find a way, to be impactful.
Josh, you said yesterday you guys felt like you were playing for your lives. Do you feel like you guys came out with that mentality today?
I think so. And now we have to come out with a even better mentality for Game 5. That's a good team, like I said. It's an experienced coach who has been in a lot of playoff series, so we have to make sure we come out in Game 5 with an even better sense of urgency and physicality than we did today.
Those are things that they've been preaching to me all year. And, been out of this kind of intensity basketball for the last 3 years, so playing myself back into game shape and this high intensity playoff effort all through the year. So just for a time like this.
Can you talk about your team's aggressiveness right from the start tonight, the way you guys came out?
Yeah, just aggressive, just imposing our will on the other team and concentrating on what we wanted to do. And that's all the little details, boxing out, trying to stop them in transition and play our game.
I don't think they had a fast break point.
just got to continue to make your steps in the right direction and take care of business at home. That's the next game, so that's the most important.
What's it like to see the way Cat played tonight? What does it do for the overall confidence of the team?
Really good. He's had a great series. He's continued to bring a lot of looks for us. Continue to be aggressive when he goes to the rim, shooting the three. We asked him to do a lot defensively as well. He's protecting the rim. He's just doing a really good job. So just take it up another notch. And we know they're going to come back and try to punch us in the mouth when we're at the crib. So we got to be ready.
And finally, the bench, just the way you guys supported. You know, when you guys needed a rest, you came in and kept the heat on.
Just bringing energy. That's what we need to do as a bench group. Keep impacting the game.
I like the way we responded. Yeah, very pleased.
What did you make of the way Cat was moving the ball, 10 assists? It looked like it was just in a rhythm, finding guys from the top of the key.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing a great job just playing off of him. And he was just being great decision-making and all that, and really put us in a position to win. And he helped create that lead with his play, and it was just a big-time performance from him.
Miles was talking about yesterday, backs against the wall, come out with more intensity, don't leave anything out there. Did you feel that early on, that you guys had raised the intensity level?
Yes.
And how did you feel? How did that play out on the court?
I think for the most part, we understand what they're capable of. They're a very good team, very well coached. They do a lot of the little things, and they're very detail oriented. You can tell. And so for us, we just had to up everything that we had to do. I think the way we fought back in Game 3 was helped us for this game. Obviously, we didn't win Game 3, but I think the way we played in that second half as a team propelled us to play the way we did tonight. We just got to continue to push that forward.
What do you think you saw from today, from Josh's physicality, defense, whether it was CJ or Jalen he was on?
Yeah, he does what's asked of him 9.5 times out of 10. And, I mean, we can joke around and say all the things I say about him, but this one thing that he's going to do, he's going to go out there and compete, and he'll do that night in and night out. I won't say right now.
Jalen, it felt like in the first half you guys were playing much faster. It felt like the decision making was quick. How would you internalize or analyze just the approach you guys came out with offensively, and even on the glass? It felt like you guys were just able to get just a little more pep in your step there.
Yeah, I just feel like the way we played on both sides of the ball. Like I said, going back to the second half of, or the fourth quarter of Game 3. The way we've been able to do that these past 5 quarters is how we got to play, especially against them. I mean, like I said before, the things that they're doing and how they're playing is great. We just have to be able to continue what we're doing as we did the past 5 quarters.
Jalen, you and Rick had a you and Rick moment on the sideline.
Yeah.
Who won the debate?
There was no debate.
There tends to be.
No. That was 2 competitors.
And you got subbed out after the thing with your ankle. Did you get treatment on it after the game? Where are you at with that?
I'm right here. I'm all good.
Jalen, Knicks fans made their presence felt tonight. What did you think of the way they showed up?
It's one of the coolest things that I will always remember when I'm done playing, is how crazy these Knicks fans travel. I mean, obviously, whether they live here now or whatever, they know how to pack an away stadium, and it's a really cool sight to see.
Jalen, you've seen playoff series turn in moments, games, instances. How have you seen this team's morale sort of shift over the last 48 hours, or have you seen it shift?
I think we refocused, and understood what was going to be needed tonight. Most importantly, just not being afraid to fail is a mindset we need to have. Just go out there, leave it all on the table.
Jalen, as you guys head back to Madison Square Garden, what do you think will be some keys in Game 5 to walk away with a victory before you head back to Atlanta?
To continue the way we're playing, and I think it's important that we focus on the little things, the attention to detail, just knowing everything that we need to know going into this game is going to be really important for us to come out with a win.